What's going on, everybody? Scott Owen coming at you. I'm excited about our upcoming videos. We were able to get out and visit with Rati Golf, who has a great Instagram and TikTok following. If you want to check him out, I will link all of that down below. Really good coach, somebody that just really good reasoning behind why you should do things in a golf swing. Again, just don't do things to do them. Have a reason for why you want to make a swing change, all of that. So I'm really excited to be able to talk to him. Also, we're going to talk about, he's very famous for his tie-high bombs. He also has his tie spinner, but can't wait to just hear his ideas and thoughts on the swing. I think you're really going to enjoy it. All right. So before we do that, make sure you click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already, so you don't miss out on the future videos we have. And again, make sure you head over to his Instagram, TikTok. I will link everything down below so you don't miss out on more of his great info that he has.
So Scott and I kind of gonna go back and forth on the internet, on Instagram, and kind of go over how we should be squaring up the club face, or how the shaft should be coming back into impact, right?
Yeah.
I got a lot of questions with my students, whether how they should be starting their downswing, what the shaft should be doing.
Right.
So one video that you have the plane on the shaft.
Right.
That really makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of guys nowadays on video on Instagram or on the internet, you see a lot of people trying to get that shaft to shallow out.
Right.
Or you call it to tip.
Yeah.
To kind of lay it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the problem with that is when you shallow out, the more you shallow it out, the more it's going to be open.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yeah. It's pointing up now, and
right.
The thing that people don't realize is at certain points in the swing, at the top of your swing, a club face pointed at the sky, pretty good, right?
Sure.
You're okay with that.
Yeah.
Now, another problem though that you'll have is as you start down, that's going to change. A club face now pointing at the sky is no longer closed or square, right? Whatever. Now, as you're moving throughout the swing, that orientation gets a little different. So I think a lot of people don't realize that as they go through this.
Exactly. So the orientation of the club face is really important as we bring the club down.
Absolutely.
So kind of walk me through what you talk about in that video about that shaft pitching back to square.
Yeah.
So once I'm in this position with the club face pointing a little bit more up to the sky.
Yeah.
Right.
So from here, what we're looking at is, a lot of people they've fallen in love with this position, like you said, right?
Okay.
So a couple of things that happen though when they go into this position. One, it's opening up. Two, they're making the distance. We still have to get back to the ball.
Exactly.
Right? We still have to get to the golf ball. That is the big issue. And so when we start dropping this club down, that club gets more behind you. Not saying you can't do it, but for the average person, somebody, I would put myself in that category where, physically we're not.
Even for me.
Yeah, I'm not super athletic, super mobile, right? Like, I got to get this club back there. And so I have to realize that the more and the later I get into this golf swing where I start to have it open and I've still got the club really, really high up above the golf ball.
Sure.
I've got a lot of traveling to do to the ball in a short amount of time. Now, again, there are ways you can do that. Can you pivot? You can side bend, right? We can do that with our body.
Always give the Joaquin Neiman reference,
right?
When people say, hey, I want to shallow, want to lay it off,
right?
Can you do it can you bend your body like Joaquin Neiman?
I would challenge people, again, great ball striker, I would challenge you to freeze his swing at impact and see if you can actually get there, and then do it at 100 miles an hour.
Probably almost 90 degrees up and down this way.
Right, exactly.
That's how he got there.
Exactly.
Right.
So I can't do that. I don't think a lot of people aren't able to do that. The other thing that we have to do then is we also still have to close the club face, right?
Absolutely.
So then what we have to do then is, and you're doing it here, but you've got to do it with your wrist, right?
Right.
So you've got to really start flexing that lead wrist
and go this way.
Now, to me, that seems like a position that is going to cause some issues with your wrist, right?
100%.
I worry about that
100%.
as well. So as you're going through, if I take a golf club, what people don't realize is when I'm holding a golf club up here, it's heavy.
It is.
Now, it might not be super heavy just holding it like this, but it's starting to get a little heavy. As you swing it and you add the force that you're going through a swing, and it's like, hey, I'm swinging a 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. Now, all of a sudden, this is going to get really, really heavy, especially as you transition.
For sure.
Imagine just holding a dumbbell, take a 50-pound dumbbell, just get up here
go like this
and just do that. See how it feels, right? So there's some elements that go to that too. So it's again, there's ways to do it. There's a lot of ways to do it. I'm just looking at the ways that make the most sense.
For sure.
And I also think about the other parts of the game as well, right? You know, that super bowed wrist, super shut face in like short game, that's not a great pattern.
No.
So we see that with people like Victor Hovland, right? Like he has notoriously struggled. Now he's gotten a lot better, but he has that bowed wrist kind of, but he plays a massive fade type
Same,
of.
same thing with Morikawa, right?
Mm-hmm. Morikawa, he's trying to get better. Those positions aren't going to be really geared to short game. So you got to learn a whole new pattern to be able to hit a short game shot.
That's true.
And so are you going to be able to do that? You know, so again, we're kind of thinking about ways that we can kind of accomplish everything with only doing one thing, right?
For sure.
So that's something I would think about.
For sure. Now, a really good drill that I like to do with my student, if you want to step in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll show you like a little.
For sure.
Little trick. So
Yeah.
if you go up to the top,
Yep.
right, I would put like a finger on a sweet spot and
Yeah.
tell them to get my finger down to the ball.
Oh yeah, so I'm
Right.
going to be pushing and going through.
This way, right? And
Yeah.
don't let it slide off.
Yep.
And come back down this way.
Yeah.
That's how you want to return the club, basically,
Yeah.
to the golf ball.
And when I'm doing that, right, I feel it more in like my forearms.
Rotating.
Right? Rotating, right? That's where I'm feeling it. And what you just said there, as you made me do that drill, okay, if we go
So
back
let's do it
up,
again.
okay,
Put my finger right on the
yeah,
club
fingers
face.
on there.
You're gonna wanna
As I
hook
start
it
coming
back.
down, okay, as I do that, the wrist part,
Yeah.
I can keep it on, but it's getting a little
It's
weird.
getting loose, right?
Yeah, so then from here,
Yeah.
kind of what we were saying, right, the face, look at where the face is now.
It's more square.
Yeah, it's pointing at the ball,
Pointed more
right?
down. So I like to see the toe slightly ahead of the heel, basically,
Yeah.
in this position, right?
Yeah. So what do you see then? What are people able to do from here then that you like?
So
right?
from
to get
there
to
is
here?
a lot easy to rotate through and
Mm-hmm.
really, you know,
And that's always a big thing, right? People
sure.
want to rotate through the golf ball.
but the face doesn't allow them to.
Yeah.
Right.
'Cause what I don't think people realize is what does rotation do to the face? Face,
Yeah,
if you rotate,
it
that's
makes it
going to
more
keep the
open,
face
right?
open. And it's going to square it.
For
Like
sure.
we see a lot of pros trying to rotate, but they struggle with hooks, right?
Right.
Closed faces. Where we're trying to, hey, we're going up,
We'll try to
Coming
get it
down.
too close.
and now I can then rotate
For sure.
and go through.
For sure.
And all those things that they really want.
Right. And
So,
I like to give them an example of if you bow the wrist
yeah,
and just bowing the wrist and you get down to impact,
yeah.
that face would still be open.
Right.
You have to do some kind of rotation of your in your forearms to get it to go boom square.
Right.
So bowing the wrist is not enough.
Right.
So there's got to be a little bit of
Yeah, and I mean, if
pitch.
you do go ahead and bow your wrist again, I mean,
For
yeah,
sure.
you could do that,
Right.
right?
Right.
But again, like we said, that's a lot
That's
of
a
movement.
really hard position to get into consistently.
Right.
For average golfers.
And we still have the issue with, hey, our wrist is going to be a little bit in a compromised position.
Absolutely.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
Looks cool especially for that flipper
Yeah.
type slicer type person,
Yeah.
right?
And imagine hitting this into the ground hundreds of times.
Right. Not
It's
going to feel
good.
great.
No.
Not going to feel great. All right, guys, we're going to leave it off here. And you can see that was a lot more like a discussion between two coaches. But that's something that, we do as we think about, hey, why would we practically want to do something in the golf swing? That's a huge deal. I think a lot of people just do things to do them. But, as a coach or even as a player, you should do this is you got to think, all right, what do I need to have happen? And how can I actually make that happen? And how could I physically make that happen? Just because somebody else does something doesn't mean it's necessarily the right thing for you, because you have to be able to physically do it as well. Now, there are some things that the body just can do, and you need to just practice and work on those things. Some things it can't, so you got to be careful as you go through that. So just a great example there of people that are trying to shallow the club out, and are you able to actually do it? Are you able to actually put together the puzzle to get that club face square? So again, we're going to have more with Rati on future videos, so make sure you click that subscribe button and check out all of his channels down below in the description. Thanks everybody for watching. I can't wait for more. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.